Hello everyone. Today I'm telling the story about the letter that broke my heart inside a prison cell. At 15 I met my girlfriend, and by 17 I was deeply in love. This was my first real relationship, and I was already imagining a future together. I pictured building a family someday, even having kids with her. But once I was sentenced to all those years, I started noticing things between us changing. In the beginning, I would call her house and talk for hours. But after a year in jail, she was never home. Then the letters slowed down, until I finally received the last one. The letter every prisoner hears about but hopes never arrives. The infamous Dear John letter. The one where someone you love moves on while you're locked away. It happens to prisoners and even soldiers deployed overseas. In her letter, she wrote that she couldn't wait that long. She said she needed to live her life. When I read that letter, my whole body fell apart. I curled up beneath my blanket like a small child. I felt physically sick knowing I was losing her, and there was absolutely nothing I could do about it. A correction officer brought my food tray to the cell. I couldn't even eat. I didn't understand depression until that moment in my cell. I kept calling, hoping she'd answer. I wrote back the next day, desperate for a response. In my letter, I told her how much she meant to me. I apologized for every mistake I had ever made. I begged her to at least stay in contact as friends. I wrote that my case was going to get overturned. But of course, that never happened. The phone calls and letters just disappeared. That's when I knew it was really over. I sat alone, my heart officially broken. I still had about 6 years left on my sentence. I had no one to talk to. No friends, no family, no psychologist available. I imagined her out with guys, living life without me. Eventually, I accepted it and moved on. But it was painful. Thank you all for listening.